But I think, generally, the civil society organizations, NGOs, they are the ones that champion change, that should, be innovative, in the forefront of innovation, in developing models that government should take over and replicate and take to scale, especially if there is demonstrable impact of the work that they are doing in society. We are in a very deep rural part of KwaZulu-Natal, towards the border with Mozambique. And I think the niche area that Mpilonhle has focused on is around youth. And some of the programs that Mpilonhle has chosen to focus on include, among various others, youth health, sexual and reproductive health, HIV and AIDS, supporting government initiatives and working alongside government, whether in schools or in clinics, in hospitals, and focusing on some of the areas where conventionally, government has been reluctant to get involved with. The unemployment rate in South Africa generally is very high, and it's not just only among very young people. And you also have a lot of people with good qualifications, some degree of skills that are currently unemployed. Mpilonhle intentionally recruits those unemployed young people that are in communities to become part of the programs that we do, especially unemployed young people that are in our target communities. We tend to recruit those so that they lead the work that we do in those communities, and that makes life a lot easier to develop and to retain those partnerships with communities. Mpilonhle is perceived to be a very significant part of the community. We have had projects that are based in communities, and our assets have been in some of these communities for the last 10 years. No one ever touches those assets, whether it's mobile clinics, whether it's computer laboratories that are in communities without any guards. It's the communities themselves that look after those assets, after those properties. And communities consider Mpilonhle to be life and blood of what is happening in those communities, and really have high value for the work that Mpilonhle does. Nothing is, for me as the chairperson, is as gratifying as seeing this organization continuing to play the significant role it plays in communities. Nothing makes me happier than seeing faces of young kids in schools gleaming with hope. Nothing makes me as happy as when you ask them what they want to be, for them to share their dreams with you. And some of those dreams are realistic because you can look at their results, you can look at their academic performance, and it makes you realize that these are not just only dreams, but realizable dreams. That's what inspires me. That's what keeps me going. I can go on the human rights field, on the human rights interventions, the work we do around HIV/AIDS, on the work we do on men that have sex with men, on dealing with stereotypes, dealing with accommodating differences, all those kind of things, working with traditional leaders. What I do, I don't do it for compensation, I don't get paid for it, but I do it because of the difference we're making in communities and how we're touching the most vulnerable members of our society.